Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. If you guys saw a while back, I did a video where I was testing this out for the first time in a first impressions, and on that I was impressed. And I wanted to do a full wear test of this to see how it wears throughout the day, because it's very rare that I try a new foundation that I thought, ooh, that looks really, really nice. And this one was surprising. When I first unboxed this, I did it on my Instagram stories, and so many people were replying to my stories saying, that's like my holy grail foundation, I love that so much. And I was like, I had never even heard of it before. So I'm gonna give it a test today, see how it wears throughout the day, and show you guys up close and in natural light and you know, studio lighting like this. And we're just gonna see how this foundation wears. I'm gonna look up some information about it and we're gonna get right into it. But before we do, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload new videos generally every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those are my two main social platforms. Instagram stories, I'm super active on all the time, showing the kittens across the street from me, showing my cats. It's a lot of cats. It's mostly cats. There's a lot of other stuff on there as well. Like I show like behind the scenes stuff. I show funny stuff when we're out, when we're eating. I do like little pretty shots of me making coffee. I really try to do it good on my Insta stories, okay? So, and without further ado, let's get into trying out this foundation. So I'm struggling to find out how many shades this comes in. It looks like when I'm online, it comes in 18 shades. This is the shade 034 medium beige. Looking like it only comes in 18 shades, and it can certainly go deeper on the dark end of the spectrum. It looks like they carry a decent range of medium and light shades, but it's pretty shit on that end of the spectrum. That's really disappointing. It says lightweight, non-oily texture that feels like a second skin, provides a long-lasting full coverage without a mask effect, and creates an even complexion with high definition finish for camera ready skin. Dermatologically tested, shake before use. So yeah, if it comes in 18 shades, that's all I'm seeing online. When you go on their website, which is catrice.eu, I'm only seeing 4 shades. Same with on ULTA, there is most certainly more than 4 shades because I received all of them in PR. So I am donating all the ones that don't work for me, which is again like 90% of them. So I think I kept like 3 because I wasn't exactly sure what my shade would be. So I have like this one here, which is too light for me. Looks like you can buy this in ULTA as well. Let me know if I'm seeing this incorrectly or if I'm unable to find the right information online. If they have more shades than this, I'd really like to know. I'm really struggling because even on the ULTA website, I'm only seeing 4 shades listed and they're all light shades, but I know they have more than that because I can see it in this photo right here. So I don't know what the dealio is on that. It looks like this foundation is $10.99 retail on ULTA. That is, I think, a reasonable price. You get 1.01 fluid ounces, which is standard for a foundation. This does come in a dropper bottle like this, and I find that it actually works with the dropper. A lot of times these foundations don't work with the dropper. You're just kind of like dip and wipe, but this one actually sucks the foundation up into the dropper, so that's nice. So I'm going to apply it to my face. Again, this is the shade 034 medium beige. My lens doesn't zoom in any further than this, but this is, you know, the blemishes that I have. I'll do this side of my face with a brush and then I'll try it with a sponge. I feel like this is definitely more of a brush foundation though. The coverage on it is really nice. This is the IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush, which has become just my favorite brush of all time. It is such an amazing brush for blending out foundation. It gives you the most flawless, smooth finish without any streaks or lines at all. It is just lovely. You can get this at ULTA if you guys are wondering. So this claims to have a second skin-like finish, and I would have to agree. You don't need much to get coverage because it has a lot of pigment in it. So that's what it looks like up close with just the 2 little drops that I used. As you can see, it covered up my blemishes pretty good. I'd say this is like, I'd say it's full coverage or like a high medium coverage. I'm gonna do like 1 little dot like that on my forehead, and I think that's plenty. I like to bring my foundations down my neck because I have a lot of redness. And that's what we're looking like with 1 layer on this side. I think it looks really nice. That's about the level of coverage that I like from a foundation. So right when this foundation goes on, it looks nice and dewy. And I do feel like after it sets for a minute, it dries down matte. It does say that it has a mattifying finish, which I don't love, but we'll see how it holds up throughout the day. I'm gonna do the 2 drops like I did on the other side on this one. And I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I do feel like it's reducing the coverage a bit on this side. Like it's taking more product to build up on this side. Not terribly so, but I feel like the brush for me is the better way to apply this. Although this does look fine. Yeah, I'm definitely preferring the way that this side looks, so I'm gonna switch back over to my brush. The last time I did this, I sprayed my face with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray first, and I feel like the coverage was prettier. Color's pretty good for me, but it's a little bit dark, so I have to run it down my neck quite a bit. So I definitely prefer the way this applied with a brush. I do feel like I'm still seeing a bit of redness coming through in areas like this. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and turn down the lights. This is what my skin looks like. It's not terrible. For the last like few months, I have not been setting my foundation at all. I haven't been using any powder on my face other than like my bronzer and stuff like that. So I am not going to do that in today's video because I don't want to kind of sway my judgment. If I set this whole face and then it like lasts all day long, things are then different than my normal wear test. I do not set my foundation or my concealer generally. So I'm not gonna do that today just so that everything stays consistent. No powder is messing with anything. So this is what the foundation and concealer look like right after application. It does look second skin like this suggests. It does look a little makeup-y in ways, especially around like my lip between here. It just look like a little bit makeup-y, but I think it'll be fine. This thing says here lasts up to 24 hours. So we will see. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup. I will be right back. And then I'm gonna do a few check-ins throughout the day, show you guys how this wears throughout the day, see if I have any thoughts on it, and I will be right back. All right, so this is the finished makeup. I've got on a bunch of stuff. I will have the video linked here where I show you guys the rest of my makeup that I did here. I wanted to keep the foundation review separate portion. So if somebody's looking for this, they don't have to sit through a full makeup tutorial in order to get the information on this. They can just go watch this by itself. All right, so upon first inspection of this foundation, it looks pretty damn good. I do feel like some of these little textured areas down here, like you can see the redness from them. My forehead looks nice, cheeks look nice, the coverage looks really pretty. So upon first application, it looks really nice. It is matte. It doesn't have any luminosity to it except for a little bit on my forehead, but on my cheek areas, it does seem like pretty matte. I have dry textured skin, so we'll see how this wears on me throughout the day. Oh, and just so you guys know, this does have a scent. It's a really pleasant scent though. It's not overpowering. I'm very sensitive to smells and it does have a scent. But like I said in my video where I tried it before, it smells like a baby, but like a rich baby. It smells, and it's just like a hint of rich baby. It's nice. It's like, I can't describe it. That's literally the only way I can describe it. And if you've smelled this before, tell me if you agree with me because that's all I can think of when I smell this. And that's weird. I will see you guys out and about. This is what we're looking like. Okay, this lighting is absolutely stunning. I'm dead serious, that looks so pretty. Foundation after, how long's it been on? Oh, I didn't even do a time check-in. Well, I can tell you because I texted somebody right after. It was at 1:30 that the foundation went on. It is now 3:30, so 2 hours looking beautiful. Testing mattresses that I have no intention of buying. This is nice. How are we looking? Textured. Okay, we are at, it's 8:37 right now. I'm in my phone's light, so it's like horrible. Okay, this is what it looks like at, are we like 8 hours in? Like ish, 7-8 hours. It looks really good. Oil controlling. I'm not oily at all, really. The shininess you see is highlight I put on. Looks good. Do see a little bit of redness peeking through and some zits, but that was kind of there before. And I was also laying on a bed and eating. So, looks pretty good.
There I am. I look pretty good.
Yeah? Pretty cute?
Yeah, I need a haircut again.
No, you don't. Why does every time the camera turns on, you're like, need a haircut?
I need a haircut.
I like your hair long.
I don't.
Why didn't you cut it shorter then?
Because you told me not to.
It's your hair.
Sitting in the car. You're still looking great. Shiny as ever.
Shiny as ever?
Grease chicken.
I'm not greasy at all.
No, you're not. You're actually pretty matte.
Like
too.
matte, yeah.
Other than your nose. Your nose is always oily. I know that because I've watched your videos. Foundation doesn't really stick to her nose.
True.
Yeah.
You're so adorable.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
I will see you at the end of the night right before I go to bed.
On another time.
Eat this on the minche. All right, you guys, it is officially midnight. Exactly midnight. My skin is looking just great. This foundation, oh, I'm really happy with it. I mean, everything really held up well. Look at my forehead, looks dewy but not overly greasy. My nose is still staying on. You know, this area, I don't know what the hell's kind of happening here. It kind of looks like I started to get like kind of rashy or something. Overall, I ate a ton of like ramen and it was slurping all over my face and I'm fine. And I was laying down on beds, fine, hanging out all day. I've had this on for almost 12 hours and I'm really impressed with it. And you need such a very little amount to get this coverage that I'm definitely going to keep trying this out and seeing how I like it. But all in all, I'm really impressed with the way that this wore throughout the day, and I could see this becoming a foundation that I would wear all the time. So far, I would recommend. $10.99, you really can't beat that. I feel like it has warmed up with my skin throughout the day and started to look better the longer I'm wearing it instead of looking worse, which can happen with like really dewy foundations. They can like break down too much. Anyway, I'm gonna quit talking about foundation now. I'm gonna go take it off and I'm gonna go to bed. I will try to do another check-in like some other day this week before I upload this so that I can give it another shot on another day. This will be the third time I've worn this now, and I want to give it a full run so that I have like a really accurate video to give you guys instead of just one trial and then I'm like, love it, buy it. You know, even though it's only $11, I still always want to, you know, treat $11 like it's $70, like it's, because what's inexpensive to me may not be inexpensive to you. So before you spend your money on a product that I recommend, I want to make sure that I actually really like it. I'm gonna spray a layer of the Catrice Prime and Fine on this right now, and I'll probably do one at the end too. And I'm gonna go back in with the ULTA Essential High Coverage Concealer. I used this the first time I tried this foundation and I really liked it. All right, time-wise, it is 12:18. It is Monday, November 19th. I am going to go wear this throughout the day and I will check in throughout the day to let you guys know how this wears. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
It was a lady?
Yeah, well, when I just told that, I said, excuse me, sir. And she's like, oh, and moved really bad. She thought I was talking to her.
You're the worst.
Ooh, Mr. Clean Magic Erasers.
Actually, wander in the eye.
Ow. Okay, don't ever look at me that way again. No, I'm in love, and no way will be. He hates coming to the store with me because I do this. I will go down with this shit. I will throw my hands up and surrender. Found my door. Sorry. Okay. I've got a boner. My second home, y'all. Oh yeah, I love it. It's a bonfire night. Cedar pumpkin. Cedar pumpkin. I was asking for that. This week on Triple B. All right, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. It's 2:40. I put this foundation on at 12. It's starting to look bad already. Look at this.
What kind of foundation is that?
It's the Catrice HD Full Coverage Foundation or whatever.
Oh, Catrice. Classic.
I don't know. I just don't feel like it looks as good as it did the other day. Maybe this is the concealer that I'm having an issue with, but it's looking real crepey and butt shittish under my eyes.
Crepey?
I don't know. I don't remember it looking so orange the other day, but like, look how my neck is white and then my face is orange. I don't know. I'm just really not loving it. It looks really textured. Day 3 of wearing this foundation. And if this were a first impression, I'd probably be saying that I don't love it. It feels really heavy today on my skin, and when I've looked at my skin outside, I don't love it. I also feel like it's sort of breaking me out. I got a new pimple here here and then like some spots here. I don't know if I'm sure I'm gonna keep trying it and see, but as of now I'm like 50-50 on it. Like this Jouer concealer I think is what I'm actually not happy with, because I feel like it just came off my under eyes. They look really creasy, making me look older than I am, which none of us ever want. My forehead looks okay, kind of just looks like skin. I mean, it looks fine, I suppose. It just looks, I don't know, kind of looks okay. I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Those 3 points are like, today it just doesn't feel as effortless and second skin like as it does make it be. I'm gonna keep going on it because like from far away everything looks good, but up close is where I'm like, it's looked better. So maybe it was the ColourPop concealer that made it look better. Maybe it was the full face of makeup. So I'll keep trying it and let you know. Raw Zip Face Kristi here. I've worn this probably like 6 times now. I'd still give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's off and on for me. I'd say I like it more than anything. I just use it with the ColourPop concealer. I don't like that Jouer concealer, I don't think. I'd maybe need to try it with a different foundation, but overall, I think it's a decent foundation. I think the shade range is total butt shit, and I think the fact that you can only find it in 4 shades online is so weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. I mixed it with the L'Oreal Pro Glow yesterday, and I liked the way that looked, and I liked the way that that held up. If you can find it in your shade, great. I do think they need to expand their range and also figure out why I can see it as 18 shades in person and only 4 online. I don't understand it, but for that reason, I don't recommend it. But for the reasons of like the finish of it and everything like that, I think it's a pretty decent foundation. For the price, you're probably not gonna hate it. All right, well, I hope you guys liked this video and that this review was helpful for you. If you guys have not yet, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter for shenanigans. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! Come on, camera. Do it. Come on. Come on. I think it's a pretty good foundation. I think it looks overall better than it does good. What? This cuz. I just literally filmed 2 videos in one, and I am such a good YouTuber.